Welcome to episode number 52. Today, I'm talking about yesterday and just the feeling and the vibe I had in the air about what's going on in this country, what's going on in the United States of America, but really in society. So anyways, I'm going to kind of talk about some crazy stuff. Stay tuned. So the big question is, how do ambitious people like us, who grew up listening to the old advice of go to school, work hard for 40 years, and retire when you're old, create a life today that is meaningful, abundant, healthy, and brings joy, while also leading a life that is productive and full of achievement? That is the question, and this is the podcast that will help give you the answers that you're searching for. My name is Del Denny, and welcome to the Upgrade Your Life podcast. What's going on? Del Denny here for the Upgrade Your Life podcast. And today, it's been an interesting time for me, for my family, for the United States, for the world. What a crazy time this is. And, each day as I get on the podcast, I like to reflect back to yesterday and the things that happened and the things that I learned. And I think that's important that we all do that as well. We reflect and we grow from what we learned from yesterday. And I was thinking about yesterday, my fiance and I, we went to dinner. We had a nice little seafood dinner, and it was a great experience, and it felt like we were normal again to be outside on the patio having a nice dinner, and it was a great thing, but you could tell that there's still this weird vibe in the air. So not only do we have this weird vibe of the pandemic and who's sick and is that person coughing, but then we also have, these protests going on, and everybody has, put their line in the sand of where they stand at, and there's this tension in the air that you can feel. You can almost cut it with a knife, and it's just absolutely crazy. And as I'm looking at all this, my question really is, where is the leadership in all of this? Where are the leaders at? Where is the leaders from, the high ups, from the President of the United States to the leaders of the local police departments, to the leaders of, the local churches and everything in between. And really, I just see a lack of leadership. I see a lot of complaining. I see a lot of how bad this is, but no one is stepping up and leading. And so something I think that is important today is that, I'm not taking a stand either way on this. I want you to make your own decisions. That's what this isn't about. This isn't where my political stance is. This is about stepping up and doing the right thing from your side, from leading by example to speaking the hard truths. Something I've learned as a leader is that when it comes to leading your people, it's not always a democracy. Yeah, that's the problem. Is what we do as leaders is we listen to everyone. We get counsel from everyone. We listen to every person's opinion. But at the end of the day, you have to put your line in the sand. You have to make your decision, and you have to live with it. And that's how we gain trust as leaders, is leaders speak the hard truths. Even if we don't like those hard truths, we still speak them, and that's how you gain trust. The problem is we don't trust, our leaders. We don't trust the media. We don't trust the CDC because they say one thing, do another. Like the CDC, hey, you should wear a mask. You shouldn't wear a mask. You should wear a mask. No, you shouldn't wear a mask. This is airborne. It's not airborne. It's airborne. And we're just yo-yoed around. And so we can't really trust them anymore. So as leaders, we need to speak hard truths. We need to stand our ground. And what we've really got away from is really appreciating other people. We've got away from loving other people. There's some great, brilliant stories coming out of the protests of people helping each other. I saw this picture and I thought it was absolutely amazing. I didn't read much into it. I don't know all the context behind it, but I saw this white protest, or actually this white guy that was against the Black Lives Matter thing, hurt himself in the protest. A black guy jumped up, grabbed this guy, and held him and brought him to safety. And I thought that was absolutely amazing. Like, that's the silver lining to all this. I wish there was more of these stories, because I think that's what really matters. So anyways, this is my daily rant, just thinking about yesterday and the tension. I really hope to get away from it. But I think it goes back with that saying of, be the change that you wish to see in the world. We need to be better. We need to love more. We need to lead. We need to make hard decisions. Something that just isn't out there right now. All we're doing is we're attracting more junk. The angrier we get, the more we think about the negative, the more we attract to that. And as a world, as a society, I believe that's what we're attracting. So if we want to change this, we want to change the vibe that's in the air, we want to change what's going on in our society, we got to change ourselves, we got to change the way we look at things. And to me, that's the only way we're going to get back to normal. So anyways, that's it. That's my daily rant for this podcast. Be a leader. Make some change. Love the world. That's really it for my message today. So that's it, my friends. This is Del Denny signing off. Remember, learn, lead, and live to your full potential. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to the show on iTunes to get automatic episode updates for the Upgrade Your Life podcast. And finally, please take a minute to leave us an honest review and rating on iTunes. Your feedback really helps us out when it comes to the ranking of the show, and I make it a point to read every single one of the reviews that we get. So thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me on the Upgrade Your Life podcast. Have a great day.